Ah, here they are. Hello, everybody. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon.
Hello.
Depending on where you are. A unborn. Sam, Sister Sam. Ah, Paul and Dawn. Ah, Dave and Dee. Hope you're well. Hope everybody's well.
Enjoying the snow, wherever you are.
Couple more minutes, just wait for everybody to arrive. Hit them up.
Hi, Nikki. Hi, Ramon.
Hello, Nikki. Here, Ramon.
Happy birthday, Ramon.
Oh, yeah. Big shout out for Ramon. 65 today. Bravo.
It's getting taller.
The female Labden's here. Ah. Well, so his lordship's not there? No, but I'm working on it too. I'm working on it. It depends how long lockdown is. If lockdown sorts itself out. ACT. Hey, Trish.
Hi.
Andy.
Hi there.
Willow. Good evening. ACT. Yay. Oh, nearly there.
Hi, Claire.
Hey, hola. Right, well, that's it. TikTok, time to go. Get your pens and paper ready. Here we go. Opening round. Potluck. Question 1.
Cool.
From which language does the word glitch originate? It's quite an interesting one, I thought. From which language does the word glitch originate? I said it all along too. I said it. Question 2. In which country would you find airports? Hi, Andrew. How you doing? In which country would you find airports with the following airport codes? HER, KGS, and CFU. So HER, KGS, CFU. Which country would you find those airports? Hey, Hildy. Yeah, question 1 was, from which language does the word glitch originate?
Hi, Sarah.
Hey, Sarah. If you need any questions, just tell me. Question 3, what German car is named after a strong North Atlantic wind? What German car is named after a strong North Atlantic wind? Question 4, which colonel was the manager of Elvis Presley? Which colonel was the manager of Elvis Presley? Yeah, question 2. In which country would you find airports with the following airport codes? HER, KGS, CFU. Hotel Echo Romeo, Kilo Golf Sierra, Charlie Foxtrot Uniform. You might get this one too, I reckon you might. Question 5. What is the correct way to address a duke? What is the correct way to address a duke?
Cuando voy por la calle y me acuerdo de ti, me lleno de alegría, de ganas de vivir. Me parece que fuera.
Round number 2.
You wanted your interval music.
Round number 2 is place names. Place names. Question 1. This desert's name means desert in Arabic. This desert's name means desert in Arabic.
Flores más bonitas, el cielo más radiante y el aire más sutil. Cuando escucho en la noche,
There might be some further down.
It's coming up.
Yeah.
por estar junto a ti, para sentir que vivo intensamente y para que tú sientas lo que eres para mí.
Question 2. Its name means Little Venice. This is a country, yeah? This country's name means Little Venice.
Estoy enamorado de tu vida. Estoy enamorado de tu amor. Y cada vez que pienso en tu dulzura, comienza a florecer mi corazón.
Question 3. In Latin, it means New Scotland. In Latin, it means New Scotland. And it's over your side of the pond. Big clue there. Your specialty subject will be coming out, Andrew, I'm sure, at some point. Question 4. Small European principality that got its name from its ruling family. Small European principality that got its name from its ruling family.
Nice.
Classy.
Oh, have you been typing?
And question 5, one for you guys, because I don't think anyone this side of the water is going to get it, but Hot Springs, New Mexico, changed its name to the title of a popular US game show. What is it called now? Hot Springs, New Mexico, changed its name to the title of a popular US game show. What is it called now? I'll give you some clues where I can. Don't want to give it away. You can't get them all right. It's a quiz.
Me acuerdo que tú tienes tu luz propia, que siempre estás sonriendo.
Yeah, you get one. Don't you worry. We've got the music to come, haven't we? You know the music. Next round we're moving on to is toys and games. We all like toys. We've all had games. Toys and games. Question 1. Yeah, you can. Which part of the body is included in the name of the US version of noughts and crosses? Which part of the body is included in the name of the US version of noughts and crosses?
Cómo me hiere, cómo lastima.
That sounds like a keeper. Question 2. 6 different coloured pies are sought after in which game? 6 different coloured pies are sought after in which game?
Tú volcaste en mí todo el desamor que había en tu pecho, sin imaginar que a mi corazón lo hiciste sufrir.
Yay! See? You got your 1. Double it now.
Yeah.
Question 3. What are sometimes known as devil's bones? What are sometimes known as devil's bones? You like my mug? No product placement in this place. No product placement at all. That's a strike if ever I saw one.
You haven't got your Ghost Recon t-shirt on, have you?
No, I haven't, no. I'm so easy to buy for at Christmas and birthdays. It's going to be some sort of themed item. Question 4. Which board game gives small pink and blue pegs for your children, to represent your children? Which board game gives small pink and blue pegs to represent your children? Well, you see, I get dry skin and I use Jack Black moisturiser. It's amazing. For those sticky situations, Brit Stick.
Ah, what kind of artwork?
2 out of 2. Check you out. Right. See if you can get 3. Question 5. Created in 1957 by a French film director, which board game has spaces such as Kamchatka and Western Australia? Created in 1957 by a French film director, which board game has spaces such as Kamchatka and Western Australia?
Ah, interesting. What kind of artwork is that then?
I always find if you need some sort of highlighting equipment, you can't go better than Stabilo Boss. It's one of the finest. Oh, how exciting. We're moving on. We're now at audio.
Brilliant.
Audio. Something for everyone. Okay. Let's see if there is something for everyone.
Yeah.
I reckon it is. Right. Okay, here we go. So we start off with a jazz number, and I just need you to tell me who it is, who is the artist jazzing it up. Now we've got an advert first.
Yeah. Watching Jay. He's the king of the product placement.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't watch him. Anyway, here goes number 1. CT. Something will come for you. I appreciate this is not for you. If we did have instruments, even blow-up ones, I could probably improvise. I'm almost certain. Right, so who was that? And moving on, who is this artist? This is another jazzy number. Right, they're the two. Turn it round. They're the two tricky ones for those who are not into jazz. Yeah, I realise that.
I wouldn't have a clue.
You might have a better chance with some of these though. Maybe not this one, but the one after that. So now we're on to musicals. Two musicals. Just tell me the musical. Here is the first one.
To announce that Amber Von Tussle
is about to get out dance.
Tracy Turnblad!
Go, Claire.
You can't stop the avalanches racing down the hill. You can try to stop the seasons, girl, but you know you never will. And you can try to stop my dancing feet, but I just cannot stand still. 'Cause the world keeps spinning round and round, my heart keeps pumping, speed of sound. I was lost till I heard the dust and I found my way. Love to me, ever since this whole world began, a woman found her and she can shake up a man into a yacht.
Yeah.
There you go. That's the first of the musicals. What musical was that? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Number 4. What musical?
Say hello to them.
Oh, adverts. Feel free to join in.
We're soaring, flying. There's not a star in heaven that we can't reach.
If we're trying, so we're breaking free.
You know the world can see us in a way that's different than who we are.
Creating space between us till we're separate.
But your faith, it gives me strength to believe we're breaking free. Flying, there's all in heaven that we can reach. If we're trying.
Sorry about that. Carried away. Right, so that was the musical, last of the musicals. Now we move on. Ooh, breath. Move on to the 60s. Which group is this? Or which artist is this?
There is a season, I lay a time to every purpose.
That's the 60s. Which group? This is the 70s. Which group or artist is this?
We're only making plans for Nigel. We only want what's best for him. We're only making plans for Nigel. Nigel just needs that helping hand.
That's the 70s. This is the 80s. Willow, come on. Advert first.
It's good, so good, it's so good, so good. Walking back to you.
I thought that was quite tricky anyway. You have to be an 80s fan to like that one, I think. Here comes the 90s.
Now it's time for the pretty little lady to come forth with a real pretty song, and it's called Not Fair. Let's make her welcome, Ms. Lily Allen.
Oh, he treats me with respect. He says he loves me all the time. He calls me 15 times a day. He likes to make sure that I'm fine. You know, I've never met a man who's made me feel quite so secure. He's not like all them other boys. They're all so dumb and immature. There's just something that's getting in the way. When we go up to bed, you're just not good. It's such a shame. I look into your eyes. I want to get to know you. And then you make this noise. It's so bad. It's so hard. It's not fair. I think you're really mean. I think you're really mean. I think you're really mean. Oh, yeah.
Sorry, that's the first of my helmet mistakes. There may be others. That was the 90s. Glad you all got a point. Moving on to the 2000s. Not telling you who this is. It's not in the song.
Say my name, no one is around you. Say, baby, I love you. You ain't running game. Say my name. You acting kinda shady, ain't calling me baby. Why the sudden change? Say my name. If no one is around you, say, baby, I love you. You ain't running game. Say my name. You acting kinda shady, ain't calling me baby. Better say my name. The day I will call, you would say, baby, how's your day? But today, it ain't the same. Every other word is a yeah, okay. Could it be that you are at the crib with another lady?
Group with another lady. Right, we're on to the last one, which is the 2000s. 2000s.
It's our party, we can do what we want. It's our party, we can say what we want. It's our party, we can have what we want. We can kiss who we want, we can do what we want.
Red cats and sweaty bodies everywhere. Hands in the air like we don't care. Cause we can have so much fun now. That somebody here might get some now. If you're not ready to go home, Cause we gonna go all night till we see the sunlight. So la-da-dee-da-dee, we like to party, dancing with my
We're
lady.
struggling, I was going to get paid for this work.
We want. This is our house, this is our roof, and we can't stop, and we won't stop.
We're not stopping either. Let's keep going. That is the end of the audio. Right, we're moving on to round 5, which is medical. So, question 1. Do antibiotics kill viruses, bacteria, or both? Do antibiotics kill viruses, bacteria, or both? Yeah, Hildy and my sister Sarah, she's also in that game.
Tú volcaste en mí todo el desamor que había en tu pecho, sin imaginar que a mi corazón lo hiciste sufrir. Ya me marcharé sin decirte adiós, todo está deshecho, y me resignaré, pero tú pagarás lo que has hecho de mí. Te dejo el corazón que un día...
Question 2. What is the procedure called where an anaesthetic is injected close to the spinal cord? What is the procedure called where an anaesthetic is injected close to the spinal cord? Question 3. What is the name for a mesh tube that is used to treat narrow or weak arteries? What is the name for a mesh tube that is used to treat narrow or weak arteries? Question 4. Viagra is one of the biggest selling drugs in North America, but in which country was it developed? Viagra is one of the biggest selling drugs in North America, but in which country was it developed? You know what, CT, I think I'm looking a bit more like my character in Red Dead. What do you reckon?
Great.
Question 5. What is the name given to a condition where a person's blood does not clot normally? What is the name given to a condition where a person's blood does not clot normally? Is there a doctor or nurse in the house? Yeah. Yeah. There's 2 in this house. There's 2, one on each side of the pond. I have.
It's growing up, isn't it?
Yes, it's growing up. Something I'm not going to do. No. Right, we're on. Just make sure Labo's not back, is he? He's still working. Good. Then we'll quickly get this one out of the way. This is an art and photography round. Art and photography. Very good.
Very good.
Still working. Good. We'll do this one because.
Oh no! I want to make sure that Steve doesn't miss the art and photography.
Yeah, no, but we'll just get on with it, I think. Question 1. Which country founded the Leica camera? Leica. Which country founded the Leica camera? Yeah. Good. Hopefully there was something in that for everyone. In the music anyway. Question 2. Which artist was famous for his cut-out collages? Which artist was famous for his cut-out collages? Well, we give the answers in a minute, so don't shout out. You get me into trouble with the rest of everybody else. After this round, we'll do the answers for the first half. I'll rattle them off quickly, so you'll find out. Question 3. Which Hitchcock film masterpiece featured a photographer who had his camera to look into the lives of his neighbours, then began to suspect a woman had been murdered? Which Hitchcock film masterpiece featured a photographer who used his camera to look into the lives of his neighbours, then began to suspect a woman had been murdered? Number 4, George Stubbs, the artist, has a painting entitled Whistle Jacket. What is it a painting of? Whistle Jacket. What is Whistle Jacket? And question 5, which painting was stolen from the National Gallery in Oslo in 1994 and held to ransom for $1 million? And who was the artist? It's the best I could do. Once more. Right, that's the first half done. So let's whiz through these, give you the answers, and then you can see where you are in terms of everybody else. 35 points you could score in this first half. Right, potluck. Glitch. If Steve were here, we'd have got 5 out of 5 on that. Yeah, I'm sure you would have done. Yeah.
Definitely.
Glitch originates from the German language. Glitch is from German. Like the airport codes, HER, KGS, CFU, Heraklion, Kos, Corfu, so it's Greece. Greece. The German car named after a strong North Atlantic wind is a Passat. So it's the VW Passat. Colonel Tom Parker, Elvis Presley's manager, was Elvis Presley's manager. And 2Y, the correct way to address a duke is Your Grace. Place names. The desert that means desert in Arabic is the Sahara. Country name that means Little Venice, Venezuela. In Latin, it means New Scotland. That's Nova Scotia. The small European principality that got its name from its ruling family, Liechtenstein. And Hot Springs, New Mexico, changed its name to the TV game show Truth or Consequences. Toys and games. So the body part included in the name of the US version of Noughts and Crosses is toe, as in tic-tac-toe. The 6 coloured pies are sought after in Trivial Pursuit. Devil's bones are sometimes dice, known as that. The game that gives you small pink and blue pegs for your children, that is the Game of Life. And created in 1957, the game which has spaces such as Kamchatka, Western Australia, that is the Game of Risk. Right, the audio. So we heard John Coltrane, then Django Reinhardt, then the 2 musicals were Hairspray and High School Musical. Then from the 60s, we heard The Byrds. From the 70s, XTC. From the 80s, the Jesus and Mary Chain. From the 90s, if you didn't get Lily Allen, you weren't listening. From the 2000s, Destiny's Child. And 2010s, Miley Cyrus. Medical. Antibiotics kill viruses. The procedure for an anaesthetic close to the spinal cord, epidural. A mesh tube used to treat narrow or weak arteries is called a stent. Viagra was developed in Kent, UK, just round the corner from where we are here in the laboratory in Sandwich, Pfizer's laboratory. So UK, England specifically, but And the name given to a condition where a person's blood does not clot, nor blood clot. Haemophilia. Art and photography. Antibiotics kill viruses, David.
No, Sarah's put.
What? What she put? Where what? It's a bacteria. Oh, did I see? I always make one mistake just to make sure we're all paying attention. So they kill bacteria. Okay. Oh, calm down, Dave. Calm down. I throw in these little
I
spanners.
was looking at them thinking.
Yeah. Well, we'll wind that back. We look. Just everybody take a breath. Everybody take a breath. Number one, bacteria. Right, let's move on to the art and give yourself a point if you got bacteria. Thank you for picking up on that. Right, art and photography. The Leica camera comes from Germany. The artist famous for his cutout collages, Henri Matisse. The Hitchcock film masterpiece was called Rear Window. George Stubbs' painting Whistle Jacket is a painting of a horse. And the painting that was stolen from the National Gallery in Oslo in 1994 was called The Scream, and it was by Edvard Munch. Edvard Munch. Right, so as I said, 35 points in that. Come and share how you're doing. I reckon some people in the 20s, I reckon. Maybe mid-20s.
See the next one. I was
thinking this one?
Yeah, I was thinking of doing a round called Islands. And didn't know.
Trish and Andy. Wow, look at that.
Wow.
Decent.
Very good.
4 points. Yay. Yeah. No, well, that's what it's all about, isn't it?
Exactly.
Wrong. Good stuff. Right, well, let's crack on for the second half.
Well done.
And we're on a round called Islands. So name the TV series with each of the following actors, which takes place entirely or in part of an island. So these two actors, Matthew Fox and Terry O'Quinn. You need the TV series. Matthew Fox and Terry O'Quinn. I mean, this is going to be a little bit tricky. But it's tricky for everyone. Question 2, James MacArthur and Zulu. I thought he played for Crystal Palace, James MacArthur. James MacArthur and Zulu. Which TV series? Number 3, Patrick McGoohan and Leo McKern. Patrick McGoohan and Leo McKern. Four, Roger E. Mosley and Larry Manetti. Roger E. Mosley and Larry Manetti.
Another drink.
Yeah.
What do you like?
I love coffee. Patrick McGoohan, Leo McKern. What TV program was that? And number 5 is a proper American one. I don't think we really watched it over here. Tina Louise and Russell Johnson. Tina Louise and Russell Johnson. You want a bit of time lag? Well, by the time you finish, we'll have disappeared. Number 4 was Roger E. Mosley and Larry Manetti. That was a tricky one, I thought. Quite tricky, that round. Right, we're moving on to horses. Horses. Not as you know it. So, I want you to tell me who rode these horses into battle. Okay? Who rode these horses into battle? So, horse number 1, Blackie. Blackie. Who rode Blackie into battle? Number 2, Bucephalus. Who rode Bucephalus into battle? Number 3, who rode Marengo into battle? Marengo. We're on to food and drink next, so there's some points for everyone there. Absolutely. Yeah, we do the name of the dog one at some point, based upon who stayed in his dog hotel. Number 4, the horse Babieca. Babieca. B-A-B-I-E-C-A. Babieca. Thank you. And finally, question 5, the horse is called Copenhagen. Copenhagen. So definitely 2 from the other side of the pond, and the other 3 probably one from sort of Asia, and then the other 2 more in Europe. So that may or may not help. Food and drink. Question 1. An Indian meal which included masoor would have what ingredient? Masoor, M-A-S-O-O-R. An Indian meal which included masoor would have what ingredient? Number 2, black crim, green zebra, yellow pear are all varieties of which salad ingredient? Black crim, green zebra, yellow pear, all varieties of which salad ingredient? Question 3. Which mineral water has been marketed with the slogan "Live Young"? Which mineral water has been marketed with the slogan "Live Young"? Question 4. What is added to a martini to make a dirty martini? What is added to a martini to make a dirty martini? And question 5. From which country does Brahma beer originate? Brahma, B-R-A-H-M-A. From which country does Brahma beer originate? We did have it at Super. But what is it that makes a martini a dirty martini? What do you add? Right, we are on to who said that famous quote? Who said that famous quote? Quote number 1. Two things are infinite, the university and human stupidity. And I'm not sure about the universe. Two things are infinite, the universe and human stupidity, and I'm not sure about the universe. Who said that? Man with big hair, lots of hair.
Not Ian.
Not me. Yeah. Right, this quote comes from an often quoted American First Lady. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Who said that? No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Nice. And here's my favorite one, because I work with somebody who we call Fibsy. Question 3, famous American novelist said this: if you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. Number 4, this was a quote from an actress, model, and icon. Imperfection is beauty. Madness is genius, and it's better to be absolutely ridiculous than absolutely boring. Imperfection is beauty, madness is genius, and it's better to be absolutely ridiculous than absolutely boring. Who said that? And number 5, this was said by an Indian politician and statesman. Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever.
That's a good one.
Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. Right, which means we've moved on to the wipeout. And the wipeout this week is the FIFA Football World Cup last 10 winners. Last 10 winners, the finance version. I might do around on finance. How exciting would that be? Formulas and all sorts of stuff like that. I'll speak to my financial director, get some questions specifically for you. Right, so this is a wipeout, last 10 Football World Cup winners. I appreciate that there may be some duplicates. If you think that the same country's name appears more than once, pop it down.
Sorry, Dawn, you might have to go and make a cup of tea now.
But let's give you a couple of minutes to do that, yeah? A couple of minutes to do that, and whilst we do it, we'll
Ya
play.
te entregué, me voy con mi dolor. No sé si volveré cuando lejos esté. Mi ausencia llorará.
As with all of these wipeouts, if you give me, you don't have to get them in the right order, but if you give me a country that's not on my list, you will wipe out. So best to be safe than sorry. Last 10 Football World Cup winners. Which countries?
Porque comprenderás lo mucho que te amé. Siempre viviré con mi soledad amarga y triste.
You're 100% correct. If you think England are in there twice, you put it in there twice in the last 10 years. I mean, there are some countries or country that are in there twice, but That's the gamble, isn't it? If you give me them twice and they're only in there once, wipe out.
Sin guardar rencor por tu falsedad ni lo que me hiciste. Sigue tú feliz que ya nunca más volveré contigo. Pero si otro amor te hiciera sufrir, yo seré tu amigo. Siempre viviré por mi soledad, amarga y triste. Sin guardar rencor por tu falsedad y lo que me hiciste. Sigue tú feliz que ya nunca más volveré contigo.
Que el mundo fue y será una porquería, ya lo sé, en el 506 y en el 2000 también, que siempre ha habido chorros, maquiavelos y estafados, contentos y amargados, valores y doble.
This is from our favourite, one of our favourite TV shows, Narcos.
Keep going, 1 more minute. Well, think of the money. Oh, that's a doggy hotel.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
The Wipeout was the last 10 World Cup winners. So a point for each. Obviously, there's some duplicates potentially in there. You can put the duplicates down, but get the right number. I'll give you another 30 seconds, just because it's you.
It's a lovely
There's your list in order.
Yeah.
Last 10.
Yeah.
Right, you can keep going with that. And we'll finish on the final round, which is films. Question 1, who voices Woody in Toy Story? Who voices Woody in Toy Story?
Oh.
Question 2, which character does Will Ferrell play in Anchorman? Which character does Will Ferrell play in Anchorman? You're listening, CT. This next one you'll definitely get. Question 3, Frozen is set in which fictional kingdom? Frozen is set in which fictional kingdom? I knew you'd know it. I knew you'd know it. Big fan. Big fan. Question 4. Which 2 actors have played Dumbledore in the Harry Potter films? So you can have a point for each. Which 2 actors have played Dumbledore in the Harry Potter films?
We could do a Disney round.
Yeah, we'll do a Disney round.
Yeah.
We'll throw a Disney round in maybe next time. I'll stick it on my list now. And question 5, what song do Wayne and Garth sing to in the car in Wayne's World? What song do Wayne and Garth sing to in the car in Wayne's World?
bit specialised.
Yeah, I have done those. I could do you another breakpoint quiz. Might widen it to throw in some zombies in there. Right, and I think where do we end up? That's it, isn't it? Is that 1, 2, 3? Nice. Yeah, you should do. Right, I think, everybody, that is us done. Is that right? Let's count it up again. Oh, it's there, that's why. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's done. It's over. There are. Thank you. Thank you too. Right, let's do the answers for the second half. Here they come. So we were there on the islands first, which was particularly tricky. Matthew Fox, Terry O'Quinn. You were looking for Lost was the name of the TV series. Yeah, it probably was sung there as well. 2, James MacArthur and Zulu. They were in Hawaii 5-0. Patrick McGowan and Leo McKern were in The Prisoner. Roger E. Mosley and Larry Manetti were Magnum PI. Tina Louise and Russell Johnson were in Gilligan's Island. Gilligan's Island. Right, the trusty horses into battle. Who rode them? Blackie. Blackie was ridden by Sitting Bull. Sitting Bull. Bucephalus, Alexander the Great. Marengo, Napoleon. Babieca by El Cid, and Copenhagen by Wellington.
Wow, that's really hard round.
It was difficult, but we're all learning, aren't we, as we go?
Did anyone get any of those?
We're learning as we go. Food and drink. The Indian meal that includes masoor would have lentils. Lentils. Black crim, green zebra, yellow pear. They're all varieties of tomato. The mineral water marketed live young. That's Evian.
Oh, well done.
Evian. And to make a martini into a dirty martini, you add olive brine. Olive brine.
Well done, Trish.
Ooh, decent. So it wasn't that difficult. You said it was difficult.
Well,
difficult for us, but then luckily we're on this side of the. And Brahma beer originates in Brazil. Right, these famous quotes. The two things are infinite, the universe and human stupidity, and I'm not sure about the universe. That was Albert Einstein. The first lady was Eleanor Roosevelt. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. The American novelist who said, if you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything, was Mark Twain. The actress, model, and icon, Marilyn Monroe. And number 5, the Indian statesman and politician, Mahatma Gandhi. Yeah, I don't like them either. I had a martini. Well, it makes me pull a face. It's even worse than my face you see now. Right, Wipeout. I'll give you them in order. You can have a point for every one, but if you have one on your sheet that's not on my sheet, it's a Wipeout. It's a big cross, no points. So most recently we had France. Then in number 2, Germany. 3 was Spain. 4, Italy. 5, Brazil. Then we have France again. Then we have Brazil again. Then we have West Germany. Do I allow you to have Germany when it's West Germany? Then we have Argentina. And then we have Italy again. Same old, isn't it? All that lot. So point for each. If you wipe out, you wiped out. And finally, the films. Tom Hanks voices Woody in Toy Story. Will Ferrell plays Ron Burgundy. Ron Burgundy. Frozen is set in Arendelle.
Ah, 9.
The two actors, yeah, but that's Ramon, isn't it? Who have played Dumbledore in Harry Potter films: Richard Harris, Michael Gambon. And Wayne and Garth sing to Bohemian Rhapsody. So there ended the quiz. You could score 71 if you were like the brain of the world. 71. Ron Jeremy, no, you can't have a point. Because it's not right. That's why you can't have a point. 71. I think you've typed that wrong, haven't you, Sarah? You slip of the 41, maybe? What's next to 7 on the keyboard? $51. Wow, look at those scores. 36. That's more like it. Nice. Well, look, it's the taking part that matters. And just know that if I was sitting on the other side of the fence, I'd be getting less than you.
Yeah, we wouldn't have a clue.
Because nobody gives me rounds on horse racing or 1980s athletics. So.
Hint, Vicky.
Oh, it's a letdown, isn't it? Steve, sometimes it's a letdown.
I'll have to do a special art round for him then next week, as he missed it.
Can you imagine? Right, we're there. It's it. The hour's up. It's time to go, or I turn into a pumpkin. So, everybody, thank you for coming. Thanks for supporting.
Yeah.
Really nice to see you. There will definitely be a Disney round in the next time CT. So, dress up if you need to. And have a good week. Thanks for
have a good one.
Look after yourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll see you boys very shortly. Lots of love to you all.
Yeah, take care, guys.
Thanks, guys.
See you later.